You know, it's so easy to get your own pool. If you want to do most of it yourself, you do like we did. We go down and rent a track hole at your local rental store and start digging the holes. Of course, National Pool Warehouse sends you the drawings and tells you exactly what size to dig the hole. We've been 6 hours digging the hole. Now we're fixing to get down to the deep part. So it's pretty easy. Just get your own equipment and start digging.
We first laid out the location of the pool in the yard. Then we staked out the inside dimensions of the pool with a string line. Notice, you need to overdig the pool by 2 foot in all directions to address insulation of the braces and the concrete footer to lock all the panels together. Then we began to create a shelf that the steel panels will sit on. Also, you can dig the deep end of the pool. Notice that we're sculpting the earth to address the interior pool floor requirements. Here we're bolting the panels together, installing braces in locations noted in the dig specs. This is an upgrade brace installation turnbuckle brace system. The braces at the top of the panels angle down 45 degrees to angle to allow for a slight gap between each piece. Tech screws are installed at a maximum of 16 inches.
Okay, so what we're doing here is we're actually taking the galvanized steel wall and connecting them to the fiberglass steps. And you'll notice that we flushed this up with the inside of the fiberglass step so that the liner can go through here and get connected up under here. And once that happens, we'll cut the liner loose, and this will be the seal for the liner. When you're putting your coping pieces on, you want to take your coping pieces that come out of, when the liner comes out, it goes down inside of this. So be sure that you're behind this little piece of stripping right here where you set your thing and make your wall flush with that. Now from the back side, what we want to do is these steps do not come pre-drilled because we don't know what type of wall the steps are going to go with. So once you've set your wall and it's flushed, put a bolt in the bottom and at the top, it'll hold it in place. And you can take a bit, it doesn't have to be a butterfly bit, but you'll drill holes through the galvanized wall into the fiberglass step.
Here we're installing the skimmer into the provided hole using the supplied screws to secure the skimmer to the pool wall. Returns are supplied in the manufactured plastic bag. Sandwich the fittings into the wall and secure the fitting with the nut provided on the back side of the wall. The hole of the light needs to be towards the base of the wall. The light is a wet light, meaning that water will flow around and inside the back of the light. When installed, the light is cooled by the water. Pouring the back wall footer. In this process, it is key to have the concrete installed toward the back of the 2-foot footer area and to distribute the concrete toward the back side of the panel. This will help eliminate possibility of knocking the panels out of plumb. Notice, make sure to check the panels are plumb and level while pouring the back side footer. Notice the concrete footer has been graded down to be flat, and a 2x4 was used to make sure the footer did not grow in size. After the footer was set for 24 hours, you can begin the process of installing the plumbing. We use the flex pipe when installing the returns, step jets, and skimmers. Return lines can be tied together and ran backwards towards a filter. The step jets can tie together and ran back toward the filter. The skimmer needs to be a separate line ran toward the front of the pump. Note, flex pipe is only used underground only. Couple the flex pipe with scheduled PVC when bringing plumbing out of the ground. All above ground plumbing needs to be scheduled 40 hard pipe.
Now that we're done setting the walls and the concrete collars in and we've finished the plumbing, we're going to go ahead and grade the inside of the pool. To accomplish this, we've taken the drawings and we've gone ahead and we've measured off and dropped lines down to find our points in the hopper. Also, we found our points at the ramp here as well. So we take these 6 points and we go ahead and set the string at grade.
Look at the upper right hand corner of the video and notice the single flex hose line. That line is for the main drain installation. Main drains are installed in the deep end base of the pool. They need to be a minimum 3 feet apart from each other. Tie each unit to the PVC T and then you tie the end of that to the flex hose. This line will go back to the front side of the pump. This line needs to be underground below the 2-inch floor that will be installed next. Note, set the top of the main drain housing slightly lower than the finished floor elevation. This will cause the debris to slope to the drains. The string needs to be set at the steel wall 2 inches up the wall down to the depth on the dig sheet provided. That is the finished grade after the 2-inch floor is installed. Notice that the wall foam was installed to help the liner installation as well as to keep the pool water temperatures in check. After 24 hours to allow the floor system to harden, you are able to install the liner. Note, the liner box has an orientation arrow that helps when installing the liner. After a few inches of water is inside the pool to allow the liner to settle, you're able to install the main drain grills. Once the screws are installed, then you're able to cut and remove the material in the center of the main drain. Once the water height has adjusted below the step area, you're able to install the step gasket and beauty plate. Once that is done, you can cut the vinyl liner out to allow yourself to exit the pool at the steps. Install the concrete decking to achieve at least 3 foot of decking around the pool. This is for safety purposes as well as for giving you the ability to install a safety cover on the pool in the future. Now folks, enjoy the pool.